first things first, when you set up, when you want to change thread, make sure that the machine's off, which is here. It's just important, if you hit the pedal by accident, the needle goes down. It will go through your finger if you have them in there. First thing is to lift up the presser foot, which is here. There's also the knee lever, which will lift it a bit further, or if the presser foot is all the way down and you use the knee lever, it will also go up and then down again. All right, so if you do want to change threads, just snip the thread right about here, the old thread, and then the new thread is already partially in, so it needs to go through this hole here from the back. The easiest thing to do is just grab the top thread that you just snipped off and make a little knot in it. Like that. And then once you have the knot, you can take the thread here over the needle, make sure it's out of the needle, and then gently start pulling it. Very gently. And then it'll sort of go through everything until it's all the way out. And then you snip away the old thread. Basically, when you sew, you want to make sure that your top thread and bottom thread are matching. And to bind the bottom thread, you grab one of those little bobbins. They're in here. We don't have a lot, so please use them sparingly. It doesn't have to be the exact same color, same shade is fine. To start, we're gonna turn on the machine. We don't touch the pedal. And then you want to come over here. And you want to grab your bobbin and you want to put it on there. Make sure that it's all the way in. And then you grab your thread, pull it through the little hole here. And then there's another little hole down here where it has to go. Like that. And then you want to make sure that it goes in between these little plates from the back. This needs to be in tight to have a proper tension, so hold the thread up here and then pull it until it's in. After that, you want to bring it to your bobbin, wind it counterclockwise a couple times till your thread runs out. Like that. And then you want to push this. And after that, you just go pedal to the back. Also make sure that this isn't threaded, like the top thread, otherwise it's going to be a doozy. You want to keep doing that till this spring's free, which is going to take a little bit. See, now it's done because it springs free. When this is full, it pushes this back, and then you need that one free, like that. And then you pull it off. And there's a bit of resistance, but that's not a bad thing. And then after that, you want to go around the machine because you thread from the left side. Make sure that the foot is down. Basically, you just want to finagle it through the hole from the left side to the right side of the machine. It's really annoying. I'm very shaky. It's not fun. And then go to the other side, grab the thread, and just pull it through. Just like that. And that's the top needle threaded. And then what's important when you actually put the bobbin in is that the needle is in the upright position, in the most upright position, which means that this little thing needs to be all the way up. So to do that, you just want to turn the hand wheel towards you till this is all the way up. For the bottom thread, this is going to be a little bit awkward, mainly because the bottom thread is all the way down here. So it's in there. If that is too difficult, what you can do is just tip the machine back. Don't let anything fall in there, ever. The reason why I don't like tipping this up is because dust can get in there and then the oil gets mucky. But basically the bottom thread goes in here. Make sure that the thread comes from the right side and to the left side. So you can just let it hang over there and then grab the bobbin holder and just put it in like that. And then you have a little ridge here, which you want to pull the thread into gently, and then over the little ledge there. And that's it. And once that is completely in, you can just pop it back in here. Once you hear the little click, it's in. And then you just want to make sure that the thread hangs on the bottom here. To make sure that everything is threaded correctly and you won't get any like thread jams or anything, you want to grab the thread here, hold it gently. Don't put tension on it. Don't step on the pedal, ever. Pull it towards you. And then you want to pull the needle down and let this little part come all the way up again. And then what you do, very gently pull it up until you see that loop. Grab scissors, anything long and pointy, and gently bring up that loop. And then you're gonna have 2 threads, and those you always want to put in the back here. When you sew, make sure that the foot is down. Put your fabric under, put it down. And then to sew, you just want to step on the pedal, and that will do it. If you need to backtrack, it's this little lever. So if you hold it down and step on the pedal, it'll go backwards. And if you release it, it'll go forward again. And that's pretty much it. And then when you're done sewing, you want to tap the back here off the pedal so the needle goes up again. And then lift the foot, pull out the tails, snip it, done. That's it. Make sure it goes through the hole from the back. Put it between those little plates, like that. And then it goes through this hole from the right, through the other hole from the left. God, I hate industrial sewing machines for that. Yeah, like that. And then we want to go in between those 2 plates. And we want to go through this one. And the easiest way to do this is by just lining it up and pushing it through. And then we go from the right through this little hole here. And then we want to go through this one, which is the same thing. You just line it up and push it through. Nice. And then we want the thread to be in here. So the easiest way to do this is just holding it, putting it through this, and then it has to go through the needle, which is going to be humiliating. So you want to snip it, make sure you have a clean end, put your foot down, and then thread it from the left. If you thread it with the foot up, you'll have this bar in the middle of everything, which is not good. So you want to make sure that you gently finagle that thread in there and make sure that there's no knots in it. There we go, like that. And that's it.
Thanks for watching.